हेलो बच्चों, वेलकम टू अमेजोन एकेडमी। हाउ आर यू ऑल? गुड इवनिंग के। गुड इवनिंग मधु। हाय लक्ष्मण। हाउ आर यू गाइस? हाउ आर यू डूइंग? आर ऑल ऑफ यू ऑफ क्लास 11th? गिव मी अ स्मॉल इंट्रोडक्शन अबाउट योरसेल्फ हु ऑल आर प्रेजेंट. Am I audible? I hope the voice is coming loud and clear. Usually my voice is quite strong and loud, so I hope it is audible to all. Hi Lakshman, hello. 12th, okay. Right. So ideally, this micro course is scheduled for class 11 students, but if you feel that your SHM is quite weak, then you can surely attend it. Not a problem. So, bachcho, let us see what is the lesson structure for today. Uh, we are going into the second class of SHM, and yesterday we had a discussion of the first class. So, bachcho, this is about myself. My name is Ashish Gupta, and I did my BTech from IIT Bombay. I had a decent rank and decent marks, decent experience, right? So I'll be discussing physics with you guys. Uh, so, bachcho, what are the live class best practices? I think these are simple, straightforward things that you have to join the class on time, attend all classes, revise previous class topics, be polite, never spam, and you can use my doubt section for asking doubts. And the system requirements, we can use either Chrome or Firefox. We are not supporting Safari or Edge. Use Android version 6 and above, and class will run smoothly on a little bit of internet speed. Hello KK, and you are, send me your name on the chat box. So the internet speed should be around 5 Mbps and above, right? Hi Siddhi, hello. So, bachcho, what about this JEE micro course? Hi, Dipanshu. So this course is ideally for class 11 students, and using data analytics. Two important chapters have been covered in detail, and those are bachcho SHM and waves, right? So we are devoting around 10 lectures for both of them. Great, bachcho. Good job. Good, Lakshman. So, this course will help in revising previous topics, and we'll be discussing the complete theory as well. And it will help you to build a strong foundation for 12th class as well. Okay. So, bachcho, before we start discussing the velocity, acceleration, and graphs in SHM, that is the lesson structure for today. Do you have any doubts in DPP? Is there any question which I need to discuss? Any doubt? Anybody? Anything which you want to ask, bachcho? Any doubt in the DPP that I shared yesterday with you guys? So there was one question which I felt we had to discuss. So I can discuss it over here. In that, force was given as 6 minus 2x, and here x was the x coordinate, right? X was the x coordinate. The mass was given as 2 kg, and it was asked whether this motion is SHM or not. Now, bachcho, let us discuss this problem. So we can write force as mass into acceleration, and if we substitute the value of mass, we get the value of acceleration as 3 minus x, right? Now, when this acceleration is 0, x coordinate is bachcho 3, right? But the problem is that, by observing this function, we don't think that this is SHM, because over here force is not proportional to minus x. But if we observe that x is the x coordinate, not displacement from mean position, so we have to first convert this equation in a form that gives us the x as displacement from mean position, right? So what is the mean position? X equal to 3 is the mean position. X equal to 3 is the mean position. So DG, you can actually go through the lesson materials. There you will find the DPP being shared in every class, right? So if you put x equal to 3 over here, and we can say that displacement from mean position is suppose x dash, then the new position is equal to x plus x 3 plus x dash, that is x equal to 3 plus x dash. So when we will substitute it in the function of force, we will get something like this, and therefore the force comes out to be minus 2x dash, and over here x dash is displacement from mean position. Now this will look like SHM, right? Displacement from mean position. So here I can say that if force is equal to m into a, and a is equal to mass is 2, so a is equal to minus x dash, you can write down a as minus omega square x, which we had discussed earlier. Over there x is equal to x dash because they have the same literal meaning, and therefore bachcho, omega will come as 1 radian per second, and therefore time period of this function, this SHM, will be 2 pi by omega, that is equal to 2 pi seconds. Okay, so this was one question which was remaining that we have discussed, and now let us go on to the new topics for today, that is velocity in SHM, right? So bachcho, concentrate. Yesterday we had, I'll just review what we had discussed yesterday. We had discussed about uh, displacement as a function of time. So this is the general equation of SHM, right? I hope some of you might be aware of this. Does anybody know as the general equation of SHM? Any idea about this function? X equal to a sine omega t plus phi. Anybody? Does this look familiar? Does this ring a bell? Yeah, right. X equal to a sine omega t plus phi. This is the general equation. And over here, bachcho, what is a? Tell me what is a, what is omega, what is t, what is phi, and what is x. What do you think? So write down 5 words corresponding to every one of them. A stands for amplitude. A stands for amplitude. Omega is angular frequency. Omega is angular frequency. T is time. Phi is phase constant. And x is bachcho displacement from mean position, right? Displacement from mean position. So to get velocity, what we should do? To get velocity, we can simply differentiate x with respect to time, right? So once we differentiate x with respect to time, you can apply chain rule. You should all be very expert in applying simple chain rules in differentiation. So what will we get? We will get a omega cos omega t plus phi. Is it okay? If there is any doubt, do ask, right? Over here, V max is equal to a omega. That is the maximum possible velocity. But what is more important over here to remember is that if we write V as a omega sine of omega t plus phi plus pi by 2, if I write in this manner, then I can surely say that bachcho, that velocity is pi by 2 ahead of displacement, right? So this term, the whole term, this whole term can be written as phase, right? This whole term can be written as phase. So over here, if you compare these two phases, if this is phase of x and this is phase of velocity, then what is the phase difference? We can say that phase difference between velocity and displacement is how much, bachcho? What is the phase difference? Can I write pi by 2? Please check. Phase difference between velocity and x is pi by 2, or we can also write in this manner: v is ahead of displacement by pi by 2. Okay, so this is one thing which we need to remember. Another formula for velocity as a function of x, also I told you earlier, v is equal to plus minus omega root a square minus x square. This is another function that you must remember, which gives you velocity as a function of displacement. If there is any doubt, do ask me in between, interrupt me, don't worry about it, right? You can surely ask. So bachcho, if you understand these two formulas, then we can go on to the discussion of acceleration, right? So this is the velocity of particle in SHM, right? And over here omega a and x means the same thing that we discussed earlier. For acceleration, now bachcho, if velocity is a omega cos omega t plus phi, suppose we have to find acceleration, then we can simply say that acceleration is nothing but dv by dt. So if we just differentiate this function with respect to time, this becomes minus a omega square sine of omega t plus phi. Hi SS. Hello, good evening. So what we can say about acceleration over here, we can surely say that there is a minus sign involved over here, so we can maybe take it inside. This will give me the max acceleration. Max acceleration is omega square a, which makes a lot of sense because we had written earlier a is equal to minus omega square x, है ना? So obviously for by keeping x equal to minus a, we will get the max acceleration. Also what we can say over here बच्चों, a is equal to a omega square or omega square a sine of omega t plus phi plus pi, right? So what is the difference between phase of acceleration and velocity, acceleration and displacement? We can again compare a with v and compare a with x. We can write down that a is ahead. A is ahead of v by pi by 2 phase, right? And we can also say that a is ahead of displacement by pi phase. And whenever we see a phase difference of pi, bachcho, we use a word out of phase. This is again a term which you will encounter many times, and maybe you have encountered it a lot of times. Does it sound familiar? Out of phase, right? So we can say that a is out of phase with x, right? So we can say that we can use this term out of phase for phase difference of 2n plus 1 pi, right? So if there is a phase difference of 2n plus 1 pi where n is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on, then you can use the term out of phase, right? And if something is in phase with something, then the phase difference is 2n pi. So we can write down over here that for two SHMs or functions to be in phase, phase difference between them is equal to 2n pi, right? Where n is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on. Fine. Any doubt in this part, bachcho? Pretty nice discussion on velocity and acceleration. Is there any doubt? Anything you want to ask? So there are one more formula of acceleration which you can remember, that is a is equal to minus omega square x, right? So this is already, we had used it earlier to derive all the equations. So this is another formula that you can use along with, obviously, a is equal to minus a omega square sine omega t plus phi. Fine. Now, bachcho, we have to discuss graphs in SHM, right? So we have to discuss how to make graphs and maybe compare if there are some equations given and you have to draw graphs or vice versa, right? If you are given a graph and you have to make an equation, then how will you proceed? Okay. So for simplicity, bachcho, what we are going to do, we are going to discuss a very familiar equation, x equal to a sine omega t. And if we find v is equal to dx by dt, that will become a omega cos omega t, which is equal to a omega sine omega t plus pi by 2, right? And acceleration is equal to dv by dt, which is equal to minus a omega square sine omega t, or we can write in this manner, a omega square sine omega t plus pi, right? So bachcho, now we have to plot the graphs. Which graphs? xt, vt and at graph. First we are trying to cover these three graphs. Okay, so we have to draw these three graphs now. So let's see. And I'm trying to draw them on a similar scale so that we are able to compare them individually. Now what will xt graph look like? Now xt graph is quite simple. It's a sine curve. So we can simply draw the graph like this. Okay. This is a basic xt graph, right? Now there are certain points which we have to consider over here, bachcho. like this point is representing time is equal to 0 for sure, and this point is representing time is equal to one time period for sure. Now, what about phase? But just a very important term over here involves phase. Now, what is phase that we discussed in the last class? Good evening, Rahul. So, we discussed about phase in the last class, bachcho, that phase is nothing but the argument of sine function. So, what you have to remember over here, bachcho, is that for phase, which is the argument of sine function, for phase is equal to 0, you will get this particular point, right? Phase is equal to 0. This we can represent as suppose O1. Okay. Now for phase is equal to pi by 2. Phase is equal to pi by 2. Right. And I'm talking of for x, right? This is for x versus t. So for phase is equal to pi by 2, bachcho, this will correspond to this dotted line. Okay. So I can simply say over here, I can simply write down the phases only, that would look better, and it would help you in understanding as well. So this is for phase 0, this is for phase pi by 2, right? And this will correspond to time is equal to 0, this will correspond to time is equal to t by 4. Similarly, bachcho, phase, if phase is pi, time will be t by 2. Yeah, so phase beta, if it is equivalent to 90 degree, you can imagine that 360 degrees corresponding to one time period. Okay, so 90 degree will be equivalent to t by 4. Okay, so when we are considering the angle phase, the particle will be at its positive extreme. That is the idea behind it, and that you can logically understand that, because if a body is performing SHM like this, if a body is performing SHM like this, over here capital T is the time period. Capital T is the time period, right? T is the time period. If a body is performing SHM, understand, then bachcho, we can say that in 1/4 time period it will be at its positive extreme. So obviously over here the particle will be at its maximum displacement, which is corresponding to A. Is it okay? Is it fine? SSAN Rahul, does it ring a bell? Does it make sense? What does a phase of pi represent? Phase of pi represents this point. It implies that time has time is equivalent to t by 2. If you are considering a phase of pi, bilkul, pi by 2 implies 90 degree, right? Pi by 2 implies 90 degree, and if you observe this omega t, bachcho, if you equate omega t with 90 degree, if it is equal to 90 degree or pi by 2, omega ko you can write 2 pi by time period. So what does t come out to be? T comes out to be chota t comes out to be t by 4, right? Do you understand now? If phase is equal to pi by 2, it corresponds to time equal to t by 4. And what is t by 4 over here? This time, t by 4. So if you break this sine function of one time period into 4 parts, each part is representing t by 4 time period, and each part covers a phase of pi by 2. So for the first of the fourth part, we cover a phase of pi by 2. Then again, if you add pi by 2, you will get pi. Then again, if you add pi by 2 over here, you will get 3 pi by 2. And finally, you will get a phase of 2 pi. Is it clear now? Think. I hope this is fine. Right, SS? Please check. Is it okay? Think about it. Good. Now let us understand, bachcho, how do we plot VT graph? How do we plot VT graph if we understand this phase, right? What I told you, bachcho, that velocity is ahead of displacement by pi by 2, right? I just discussed it right a while back, that velocity is ahead of displacement by pi by 2. Now, where is pi by 2 located? Observe that pi by 2 is located at this point, okay? So basically VT graph will start at this point and you just have to plot this part of the curve on your VT axis. And this makes it so special, right? If this is VT, then how will VT graph look like? Bacho, it's so amazing that you can actually plot it using XT graph, and you just have to start this graph from the pi by 2 phase. Is it okay? This is a cos function, right? This is a cos function, but you can understand sine function. If you understand sine function, you can draw cos from sine, because cos is effectively ahead of sine by pi by 2, right? Is it okay? Please check. And what will happen about AT graph? What will happen about acceleration? Now acceleration is ahead by pi. Acceleration is ahead of displacement by pi. So XT graph will start from this point. Sorry, AT graph will start from this point. So you just have to start from this point and draw the curve. It just gets finished in a second. You don't have to worry about anything else. So you can then put the symbol, like, this is minus a. Over here, this is a velocity time graph. This will become a omega. This will become minus a omega. This is a omega square, and this is minus a omega square. Okay. So once you have understood the xt, vt and at graph, now we will tackle a bit peculiar graph, a typical graph, right? Let us try to draw, and you will actually get amazed that how we are able to analyze any type of graph if you understand the basic of this part. If x equal to a sine omega t plus pi by 6, now we have to draw this. Okay, how will we draw? Let us think. If we have to draw this graph, x equal to a sine omega t plus pi by 6, now think about where is pi by 6 located. If we know a normal xt graph in which phase constant is 0, where is pi by 6 located? Pi by 6 is located. Can you tell me, SS, where is pi by 6 located? In which quadrant? From 0 to t by 4, from t by 4 to t by 2, where is it located? If we divide this complete 0 to 2 pi into 4 quadrants, where is pi by 6 located? Can I say it lies in the first quadrant? It lies between 0 to t by 4. So if I just think and catch a point that this is the point corresponding to pi by 6, and I just have to start the graph from over here, now my graph looks way too easy to draw. Please check. This is A and this is minus. Finished. Now what exactly is this point? If I have to check what is this point, then just put time as 0. So at t is equal to 0, bachcho, at t is equal to 0, x equal to a sine pi by 6. That makes it x equal to a by 2, and therefore this point will be a by 2. Yeah, correct, DG. Do you understand now how to draw graphs? Will you be able to draw any type of curve now? Actually, yes. If I give you any sine cos function which are considered in SHM, you should be able to draw their curves without any problem. Let me see whether we can try it by ourselves. So, bachcho, consider, yeah, we'll take one more example, not to worry. Consider x equal to a sine omega t plus 5 pi by 6, okay? And we have to draw xt, vt and at graphs, right? X equal to a sine omega t plus 5 pi by 6, and we have to draw these three graphs. Let us try. So, बच्चों यहाँ 5 pi by 6 given है, right? 5 pi by 6. Now this is between pi by 2 and pi. So can I say that this lies in the second quadrant from t by 2 to t? Can I say that over here 5 pi by 6 would probably lie around this point? Please check. because this is corresponding to pi by 2, this is corresponding to pi. So 5 pi by 6 is lying between pi by 2 and pi. So if 5 pi by 6 is between pi by 2 and pi, then what we will do? We will just have to start it with this point and we can draw the curve. Please check. So this will be A, this will be minus A, and this point beta, if you put t is equal to 0, put t is equal to 0, then this point will come out to be A by 2. Please check. With minus also dg you can do it. I don't think the answer at x equal to square root 3 by 2. No, I think t is equal to 0. If you put t is equal to 0, a sine 5 pi by 6, that will be equivalent to a sine pi by 6. Trigonometry, basic trigonometry, and sine pi by 6 is half. So that will be equivalent to a by 2, right? Okay. Now, what about VT graph? Now similarly we can draw for VT graph as well, beta. V is equal to a omega cos omega t plus 5 pi by 6 it will come. Now for 5 pi by 6, if we see a normal VT graph, so this 5 pi by 6 will lie somewhere over here. So we have to start at this point and then we have to draw this curve. So VT graph will look something like, check it out. So this is a omega, this is minus a omega, and this point will be corresponding to t is equal to 0. So cos 5 pi by 6, that will give you minus root 3 a omega by 2. Beta, if you just have to add pi by 2, then it will be a little difficult for you to understand where the pi by 2 will lie, right? You can do that, but bachcho, this does not correspond to pi by 2 over here. Pi by 2 will lie somewhere over here. So it will be difficult for you to analyze if you want to break this into 4 equal parts, because see, now the 4 equal parts, this is a good question actually. Now these 4 equal parts will be between these 2 points. So their location will be random. Got it? Did you understand? Their location will be random. The perfect sync would be when this starting point is lying either at the top or at the bottom. Okay? Yes. Good job. Correct. Okay? So this is a easier way. If you remember the normal xt, vt, at and then compare the given equations with their normal form, then you will be able to draw the graphs quickly. It will help you a lot. Okay. Now if you try to draw AT graph as well, then how will AT graph look like? If I just differentiate this function, bachcho, this will be a omega square sine of omega t plus 5 pi by 6. Now this becomes, if you take the minus sign inside, this will be a omega square sine of omega t plus pi plus 5 pi by 6. I can write as pi plus 2 pi by, in fact, this is less than pi, right? Pi plus 5 pi by 6, if I just keep it like this, then now I have to basically find where does 11 pi by 6 lie. Now 11 pi by 6 bachcho is actually lying in the 4th quadrant. So 4th quadrant acceleration, if you observe, now this is first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth. So 4th quadrant acceleration will start from this point. Okay, less than 2 pi. Great, good job SS. So we can say that acceleration would look something like, it will start, right? This is AT graph and this is minus a omega square. This is, sorry, plus a omega square minus a omega square. And if you put t is equal to 0, in acceleration, then this will come out to be minus sine of 5 pi by 6. I think, okay, what I've done is I've taken this minus sign inside. So you should not have taken minus sign inside, because then we won't be able to compare it with our exact form. So what you can do, if you have to compare this function now, we have to compare it with the normal sign only. Okay, either don't put the minus sign inside, or if you have put the minus sign inside, then you have to compare it with the normal sine graph only. So just we have to be a little bit more careful. Let us see again for AT graph, because I've converted into a single sine function. So we have to compare it with the sine graph, which is for displacement time. Okay, or we can, if we want to keep this minus sign outside, then we can compare it with AT graph, the normal AT graph. So over here, this will start from the point fourth quadrant, something like this, and this AT graph will look like this. Now this is a tricky thing to remember, because what I'm trying to tell you is relevant for infinite number of graphs which are sinusoidal in nature, and you will be able to use that in wave motion. You can use that in alternating current in the next year, for wave optics as well, and so many topics are there, in fact EM waves. So this understanding of graphs is not only useful for SHM but also for future chapters. So over here, if you find the acceleration, then the acceleration will come out to be, we can say this is equivalent to sine minus pi by 6, and sine pi by 6 is bachcho minus omega square a divided by 2. This is the value of the point. Okay, right? So can you tell me now, if I draw a graph, will you be able to give me the equation? Can you do a vice versa for me? Let me see if you can tell me the equation of xt. So I am giving you a graph, and you tell me the equation of xt. So this is how the graph looks like. This is minus a, and this is plus a. This is a xt graph. So bachcho, if the amplitude is a and omega is given, can you tell me x as a function of time? What is displacement as a function of time? X equal to a sine omega t plus phi. So can you just tell me the value of phi? Anybody bachcho? What is the value of phi over here? For this graph, what is the value of phi? Anybody? Anybody? For this given xt graph, 3 pi by 4. Great job, TH. Really nice. SS, please try beta. Siddhi, I think you are correct. Just think about whether there will be 3 pi by 2 or pi. Compare this function, this graph, sorry, with the xt graph that we had drawn earlier. If you observe this graph, bachcho, the starting point of given function is at this point, right? So this point is corresponding to 3 pi by 2. Because we have discussed it over here that this point, bottommost point, is corresponding to 3 pi by 2, and the graph is exactly starting from this point. So definitely it has to correspond to 3 pi by 2. Think about it. Okay? Yeah. So now if you are given any random graph, bachcho, just imagine you can actually get the equation, corresponding equation for any type of sine function, and that gives you a very big confidence in tackling graphical analysis, right? And you really should feel very confident if you and go through this again. Try yourself. Don't be in a hurry. It takes a bit of time, but once you understand it, you will feel really nice. Okay. Now let us also discuss the remaining two graphs before we go on to discussing some more questions. So bachcho, there is one more graph which we want to find, that is for Vx graph. Okay. So when we say V is equal to omega root a square minus x square with a plus minus sign, if you square both sides, bachcho, V square is equal to omega square into a square minus x square, right? So when we will try to convert this into a decent form, please check, and we can write it in this manner. And now we can put a square downwards as well. So v square upon a square omega square plus x square upon a square is equal to 1. What does this equation remind you of, bachcho? Do you think that this equation is very familiar with you? What does this equation tell you? What will the Vx graph look like? What will the Vx graph look like? Any idea? Ellipse. What an idea, Sarji, huh? Yes, definitely. It will look like a ellipse, right? Our normal this looks a bit like apple more than ellipse, right? But yeah, this is ellipse. So if this is the bachcho Vx graph, this is Vx graph, then we can say that velocity over here is a omega, x over here is a, this is minus a omega, and this is minus a. It again makes a lot of sense, bachcho, that for one particular point on x axis, you get two values of velocities. Now, why does this happen? Let us also discuss that. Suppose a particle is exhibiting a SHM motion, right? Then for one particular value of x, you get two velocities. So for this particular value of x, one velocity is corresponding to when the particle is moving towards the extreme position, and the other velocity is corresponding to when it is coming towards the mean position. Is it fine, bachcho? Why there are two velocities? Do you understand it? Is it okay? Does it make sense? Please check. Is it fine? Yes, good job. Now let us look at the last graph, right? AX graph, very popular AX graph. Acceleration versus displacement graph. Now, bachcho, we also know that A is equal to minus omega square x, right? So obviously the AX graph would be a straight line, no doubt about it. Omega square is constant. But what about the slope? Slope of this graph, will it be positive or negative? Quickly tell me. What is the slope of this graph? Is it positive or negative? Positive slope or negative slope? Bachcho, quickly. What is the slope of this graph? Positive or negative? Obviously negative, I hope. So if I draw a straight line with a negative slope, then if this angle is theta, then tan theta is equal to minus omega square, right? This is the slope of AX graph, right? It also means, bachcho, that if I draw the SHM motion again, and if this is the mean position, then this region x is positive, and in this region x is negative. This region x is negative. So when x is negative, if negative of negative, if you put acceleration, the value comes out to be positive. So that means the acceleration is directed towards right in this region. And for the x positive region, the acceleration is directed towards left. Okay. So whenever the particle is moving towards right, the acceleration is trying to basically bring the particle back to its mean position. And that is why the name restoring force. And when the particle is towards left, then the acceleration is trying to bring the particle back to its mean position. So that is why the acceleration is positive. Okay, is it clear? So in this region acceleration is positive, and in this region acceleration is negative. And there is a very unique position where both are 0. This mean position corresponds to a equal to 0 as well as x equal to 0. Is it fine, bachcho? Okay, Dipanshu, so what didn't you get? What didn't you understand? Tell me. What is something which is missing? Omega square is positive. Acha, AX graph, right. So this is a constant, beta. This is a constant. So A is equal to kx is written where this k is negative. So obviously this is representing a straight line passing through the origin, and the slope has to be negative. What do you say? Y is equal to mx form, right? Where slope is negative. Is it okay now? So you can say that, this is A, this is X, AX graph, right? A versus X. Okay. Yeah. Great. And this graph has a limitation that, it can only vary from minus A to plus A. It cannot go beyond that. So that is why the restricted, graph. So English में ज़्यादा मजा है. Okay, so that I hope this is what should I say? तारीफ को इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं बच्चों? हैं? What is the English conversion of तारीफ? Okay, I'll take it as a compliment, right? I'll take it as a compliment. I hope so, right? This is a compliment for me, not a sarcasm, right? Yeah, I told you earlier as well that my English is pretty good. I'm not that bad. I'm not, you all know that, I don't really keep praising myself. I don't like it. And I obviously have no ghamand. I hope all of you know that word, right? No ghamand at all. But yeah, the truth comes out automatically. I don't have to keep reminding it again and again, right? So let's try this question. It's a very simple question that, you are given a displacement as a function of time and you have to find velocity and acceleration at t is equal to 2 seconds. Thank you, Dipanshu. And you have to find the speed of particle when x equal to 1 meter. So very easy question, but don't make a mistake. It's important that whenever you are solving questions, you don't make any kind of silly mistake. Please try. X is given, so V is dx by dt, right? So if you put and substitute, or you can differentiate, right? This will be the function. And for acceleration, that is dv by dt. This is nothing but minus 2 pi square by 9 sine. Now what will be V at what is V at t is equal to 2? So put t is equal to 2 over here. Put t is equal to 2 seconds. What is the value of V? Quickly get me here. We have discussed so many difficult things today, but this is quite easy version of all those things. It's not at all difficult, very easy. We have started off with a very easy discussion, in fact question. What is the acceleration over here? Put t is equal to 2 and without any error, tell me the answer. What is the velocity and what is the acceleration? Quickly. At t is equal to 2, velocity is minus 2 pi by 3. Good job, dg, and a equal to 0. Right, great. So when you put t is equal to 2, good job. The velocity will be basically equal to 2 pi by 3. Now cos of what comes out over here? 2 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. It will be cos pi. And cos pi, bacho, all of you must remember that this is minus 1. So the answer will be minus 2 pi by 3 meter per second. Minus represents that it is going towards left. That is the only significance of minus sign. And when you will put t is equal to 2 over here, then sine pi term will be generated. Now sine pi is 0 and therefore the acceleration is 0. Can anybody tell me what is the location where acceleration is 0? Quickly. If the acceleration is coming out to be 0, where is the particle at that time? At t is equal to 2 seconds, where is the particle? If you have to conclude just by looking at the acceleration, then where is the particle? At mean position or extreme position? Look at this photo and the discussion that we have done. For a is equal to 0, the particle has to be at its mean position. Please check. Okay. At the extreme positions, the acceleration is maximum. Right? Mean position for sure. Next part. What is also find speed of particle when its displacement is 1 meter? So, bachcho, for this part, we can use V is equal to, and we have to find speed only, right? So, magnitude we are talking about, omega root a square minus x square Now, what is the value of omega? But if you compare this equation, if you compare this equation with a sine omega t plus phi, then you get the value of omega as pi by 3, right? So omega is pi by 3, root of a comes out to be 2 and x is given as 1. So this comes out to be bachcho pi by root 3 meter per second. Please check, is it fine? Velocity, magnitude or speed is pi by root 3 meter per second. Is it fine? Please check. Okay. Yes. Now it's an exercise for you. If you have notebooks in front of you, keep them open and try to draw these 5 graphs for the given equation, right? So it's pretty straightforward, I guess, not at all difficult. So I want all of you to do it by yourself. Good DG, good job, well done. And now draw these graphs without any error. Please try, everybody. Then we will discuss them. And DG is Lakshman. So good job, Lakshman. Well done. Lakshman, where do you belong to, beta? Which city? Okay, SSS Shubham. Nice. Wow. From Andhra. Nice, nice. Great. And Dipanshu is obviously in Bangalore. Yes. And Shubham is in Delhi. So we are making a trapezium, right? Delhi, Jodhpur, Bangalore, maybe Andhra. Not in fact a trapezium, it looks more like a quadrilateral. Okay, and Tilak is also there. Oh my god, my apologies, I forgot. So we are making a pentagon then. And if Siddhi is also present, then we have to make a N-shaped polygon. Oh yeah, I forgot Siddhi as well. And she's in Kharagpur. Oh my god. In that case, we can even draw a star. Nice. So for this given SHM motion, bachcho, if we have to draw the XT graph, it feels actually pretty amazing that I am sitting at my hometown and being able to teach you guys. It feels incredible. Yeah, nice, Dipanshu. So if I have to draw the XT graph, thanks, beta. Thank you. Thanks, Tilak. So the thing is that you have to again understand where does the pi by 6 phase difference lie, and obviously pi by 6 is lying between 0 to pi by 2. So we can simply start the graph. It's one of the easier questions that you will ever face, but there will be many children who won't be able to figure it out. And you know that pi by 6 is lying between 0 to pi by 2. So it just starts from this point, and we can simply, it's a very easy application of what we have discussed. We can draw the graph like this. Okay. And over here, this x is minus a, and we can say that over here this is plus a. For this point, you can keep t is equal to 0 at t is equal to 0, and yeah, Lakshman, happy to help. And I think the English classes are for all courses right now. For crash courses as well, we have English classes. So yeah, Nice that we are able to help. So x equal to 1. So over here, x will be equal to 1 meter, right? So this is how xt graph will look like, right? And similarly, bachcho, you can also think of vt graph. If you want to draw vt graph, v is equal to dx by dt. So that will be equal to 2 pi cos pi t plus pi by 6, right? So in cos function as well, you just have to move uh, pi by 6 phase ahead. Now in cos function, bachcho, recall that how does VT graph, standard VT graph look like? This is what I had told, that you can remember the standard graphs. For here, this phase is bachcho corresponding to pi by 2. So pi by 6 will lie somewhere over here. So what you can do, you can simply extend your y-axis and say that this is my y-axis, and this is basically the new VT graph for this function. Okay, please check if you are able to understand this. So the VT graph will look like this, right? Great, good, Lakshman. So this is equal to a omega and this is minus a omega, and this point again you can put t is equal to 0. So keeping t is equal to 0, cos pi by 6 is root 3 by 2. So this will come out to be root 3 pi. Please check. Right, a omega is, I think, 2 pi. This is equal to 2 pi, right? So this is VT graph. Now for AT graph, we can simply again say that, AT graph, we have to check pi by 6 phase ahead. So pi by 6 phase ahead of the original AT graph will look something like this, but it will start from this point, so we'll have to go down and then go up. So we can draw it in 1 second. The graph will look something like this, and this will be minus a omega square. This is a omega square. And if you substitute, bachcho, t is equal to 0 in acceleration, so acceleration is dv by dt, and this will be minus 2 pi square sine pi t plus pi by 6. So that will come out to be minus pi square. So this is minus pi square and this function is minus 2 pi square. Okay, please check. This is how xt, vt and at graph look like. Ax and vx are probably pretty easy. The challenge is to remember this forever, and then you will look at these graphs like nobody else does. That is the beauty of this thing. You can feel that, this is so very easy, this is nothing, this is not a great deal, so we are able to draw these graphs like this only. But understand, when the questions will come in front of you, you will observe those questions in a different manner altogether. And even if they are of alternating current chapter or of waves chapter, you will feel the difference. Okay, right? Now, bachcho, obviously we can draw AX graph, and that is very straightforward, not a big deal. So this is AX graph and this slope, we know that it is equal to minus omega square. Omega is pi, so this is equal to minus pi square, right? And finally, if we take up Vx graph, then it will look like a ellipse, right? So this is equal to plus a omega and this is equal to minus a omega. This is equal to x equal to plus a, this is minus a, and over here a is 2, omega is pi, right? So you can just substitute the values and get the answer. Sir, board के point of view से class होगी. I am not very sure of that, Dipanshu, because currently I think more focus on JEE mains and advance is given in all the courses. So I'm not sure of it, but maybe in future, right? I'm not sure of the very next future, but maybe in due course of time there might be there, but not, I don't think so that for this board exam there will be separate board classes. I don't think so. But what happens that for these micro courses, many things which are of board level are also discussed. So you can use them to understand if you face a concern or a problem, right? So have you understood this part, bachcho? Yeah, I think there will be some classes for NEET. There should be. Yes, Lakshman. In some time, there should be some new classes for NEET as well. Yes. Is it fine? Have you understood everything? Is there anything else? If you feel that, you know, if you feel a concern in any of the parts that we have discussed, is it okay? Did you enjoy the discussion? Okay, thank you, Dipanshu. Thanks, Siddhi. Thanks, Lakshman. And thanks, Tilak. Thank you, Dipanshu. Thanks for your affection. And do make sure that solve the DPP. If you come in the next class, there are actually DPPs present in the lesson material. So go through those DPPs as well. Keep giving those mock tests and the part tests and the chapter tests in which you feel you are little less comfortable. So don't skip the classes as well. If you feel that you are comfortable in a topic, then also you can basically keep solving the practice sheets and attend the classes. Okay, okay. Great, great. Lakshman, thank you. Good job that you're liking the classes. And what we are going to discuss tomorrow, bachcho, is actually very, very interesting. Thanks, Pierre. Thank you. So, it's a very interesting part of phasor analysis, and you will observe SHM with a completely different view, right? You will enjoy the discussion. I'm pretty sure you will look at SHM in a completely different manner, and that is what we are going to do it tomorrow. And we are going to try to get answers to complex problems very, very quickly, right? Thank you. Thanks, Lakshman. And all the best to all of you, Bacho. I think we are done for today. And I had a very nice time discussing with you guys, right? So I will remember that this today was the day when I was discussing with six children and all of them at typical corners of India, right? One in Delhi, Kharagpur, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, and Bangalore, and myself, Jodhpur, right? Thank you, Lakshman. Yeah, that is my idea to give you a give you a different type of feel of the topic, so that any question that comes in front of you, you can actually crack it and logically and by not memorizing it. Okay. Thank you, Beta. Thanks, Double A. Thank you, Lakshman. Good night to all of you and take care. We will meet tomorrow, bachcho. For English class, we can meet at 8 p.m. and for Hindi class at 5 p.m. Good night to all of you. Bye bye.
For detailed videos, daily practice problems and live chat, visit academy.amazon.in or download the app.